chronic dermatitis becoming worse every week. I still have a little bit of it, but it's not disfiguring anymore. I had it really, really badly at points. It started off originally in this like crease in the ear, and then it just spread and spread and spread until it was like about like 1.5 inches all around the hairline, going around behind the ear. All of the behind the ear was covered in dermatitis, like the whole lot. And then also I was getting it like a patch in here, and a patch on the side of the nose. And it was it's like a scaly kind of thing. It's and when you pick the scale off, it's like if you lightly graze yourself and you've lost that top layer of skin and it's kind of pink and shiny, it was like that. And sometimes it was so bad that if I took the bit off the top, it would like bleed, and it was really quite disgusting. And that kind of stuff you can't cover with makeup or anything. I tried a whole heap of things, and I tried because apparently it's caused by a fungus, so I tried like tea tree oil, anti-fungus type things. It helped a little bit, but not really. And what I specifically had was called seborrheic dermatitis, and I went to the doctor, and he couldn't really tell me what caused it or what I could do about it. But a couple of weeks after I started going vegan, I noticed that like immediately all the backs of my ears, which were completely covered in it, it was all soft again, and it's still like that now. If I get really stressed out, then it comes back a bit in little patches, but it's not like at its worst, everyone could tell that I had it. It was really, really obvious, and I had to like go in and like pick it out of my hair, and it was just disgusting. So it's really nice not to have that anymore. Chronic state of fatigue. Now I have had Epstein-Barr, which often causes chronic fatigue. I had it really bad and for an extended period of time, and I've noticed that since going vegan, my energy levels are much higher than they were before. Candida yeast, which is a yeast infection in the stomach. And this is kind of hard to describe, but Candida, it's a fungus, and its byproduct, like it eats sugar, and then it poos out ethanol, alcohol. So Candida causes a whole lot of like behavioral issues that people have. So like sort of, how would you describe it? Like the behavioral stuff associated with it. You just act like a crazy person. You're just all over the place, and you're sort of like really like something happens and you're just like all the time. It's really, really unpleasant. Yeah, it's But is that the ethanol that you're talking about?
Well, it's not just ethanol though. There's like alpha toxins and all sorts of other things.
Yeah, so there's like the ethanol, that the alcohol that it releases, and then there's all these like alpha toxins that interfere with brain function. So I had that for a long time. And while I won't say that the veganism made it go away necessarily, it doesn't seem to be a problem anymore. The other thing was depression since childhood. Now, I think I had started being depressed when I was about 11 years old. And I'd just always been like a depressive person, and I don't know, it seemed to be getting just worse and worse. Now, while I still can get depressed, and I may always have that tendency, maybe, I don't know. I don't know whether it's biological or from experience or what it is. But now I only get depressed when there's an actual stimulus in my environment that's really dramatic and that other people could see and go, okay, fair enough, I understand that that's depressing for you. It's not, I don't respond in a depressive manner towards more minor things. I'm generally a happier person who has more, I guess, sort of more mental, emotional energy in that way to deal with problems. And over the last year has been one of the most difficult years that I've lived through in my entire life. Like, my partner got really sick for an extended period of time. He went away to stay, like, he left and had to go stay with his parents, and I was, like, left alone or by myself. And then we had all, moving over and getting ready for all of that. And, even though that was a positive thing, that's been really hard for me to deal with. And, I mean, they say that, moving house is up there, on the stress level with a lot of other things like being made redundant or getting divorced and all these kinds of things. So, it's still really stressful even though it's been a positive thing. So really, it's been a really hard year, and I think I got through it really well, and I don't know if I would have gotten through it as well as I did had I been in the horrible state I was in before I went vegan. The next one is something that I noticed that I have no idea what the hell it was, but I felt like I had a sticky film over my eyes all the time. Like, I really... Did you have that too? Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what that was, but I certainly, after I went vegan, it was gone. And it was horrible. It kind of felt like I was dying, or like my body was like decaying or something. It was disgusting. It was, I felt like I was dying, or like a zombie or something like that. It was yucky. Chronic long-term insomnia since childhood, and I'd always had there's several forms of insomnia, but the one that I had was like late like onset sleepiness sort of thing. Like, it would take me until after 12 at least to be ready to go to sleep, and if there was any stimulus or something to be stressed about, I sometimes wouldn't be able to get to sleep at all, or until 2 or 4 in the morning. And it was really hard, when you're working the next day, to function on a couple of hours of sleep. And I've noticed that since I went vegan, I just don't have it anymore. I could have a coffee half an hour before going to bed, and even though it will put off me going to sleep, I don't have that same problem anymore. I don't lie in bed awake going, fucking go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, please, God, please let me be able to go to sleep. I have not had that experience since. So, while my overall diet might have, maybe not everything is caused by me going vegan per se, my overall diet has improved, but it's not perfect. Like, I still eat a lot of junk. A lot of junk. And really the only thing that's been exclusively removed from my diet is animal products. So, and I've been tested. My partner's parents work in health, so I've been tested for all common allergies. So I've been tested several times for lactose intolerance. As far as they can tell, I'm not gluten or wheat intolerant. I still have some wheat and gluten in my diet. I am allergic to soy, and no, I'm just saying I am allergic to soy, and obviously my soy intake has increased, right, because I'm having soy milk and stuff, and sometimes I have tofu. And, so there's an increased amount of allergen in my diet, and it doesn't seem to be having a detrimental effect. I haven't started any kind of exercise regime. I haven't intentionally withheld food from myself or gone on any kind of a diet, like a restrictive diet for any purpose. All I did was go vegan, and these are the results that I've had, and I think it's awesome, and yeah, it's totally kick-ass. My partner's not vegan, but he's dropped his animal products considerably, and he's also noticed that he feels a lot better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and speak to you again soon. See ya!
I kind of want that burger. I mean, it's like sitting on the bed and you've eaten one of them, and I'd like to eat the other one, but I can't because I'm allergic to wheat. Why couldn't you have made it for people with gluten allergies, you bastard? Why does it just have to be like vegan?
Because I don't have that particular allergy.
But I do.
Yeah, but it's my food.
Yeah, but you didn't eat it all. And it looks nice. It really looks very nice, and I kind of want to eat it.